In today's news, talk show host questions about ASPS. Education Minister says design phase nearing an end. ANEGADIANS are told to be patient about their lands yet again. A board must be in place. CARLENE HERBERT has been appointed Supervisor of Elections. Ms. Sherry Griffin, now at AG Chambers. 119 naturalized as British Overseas Territories citizens. Word works to increase. Government makes full use, they say, of the $100 million loan. CARIFTA athletes return. Community gathers to honor athletes who represented the territory. We have the details of this and much more when 284 News returns. Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Letson, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, every Wednesday at 8 p.m., exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner. Everyone, and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Thursday is wished to all. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, Education Minister, the Honorable Sheree B. DeCastro, has given an explanation as to why the work is taking so long to rebuild the Altair Scatliff Primary School, also known as ASPS, which was demolished more than a year ago. This concern was raised by talk show host Kishma Penn during the Speak Out BVI program. Penn called on the minister to give an explanation as to why construction work on the new school has not yet begun and why the process is being held up. This is what Penn said during the program.
I was reminded by two gentlemen before the show started tonight, having a conversation, that the general populace is very upset at the closing and tearing down, the demolition of two schools with what seems like no immediate plan to build them back. School number 1, Isabella Morris, and then school number 2, Altair Scatliff. And I am on the fence with Altair Scatliff, but neither here nor there. To me, being on the fence, I'm just delivering. As I always say, I use my voice to be the conduit for people to get their concerns out there. People that want to know what's going on with Altair Scatliff and Education Minister. We whipping you. They just want to know what's going on with the school. Especially since they get teared down with a thought that construction was going to happen for a new school within less than a year. And that school got now a good little while, and people kind of, they're a little peed. People like the mighty Scatliff. They would like to see the mighty Scatliff again.
And speaking on government's first radio program, Virgin Islands Voice, last week, Education Minister Sheree B. DeCastro said they are getting to the end of the design phase of the project and construction work will begin, she said, this year.
I'm hoping that we'll be able to give a very detailed response soon, but in keeping with our last response, given our engagement with Unite BVI, who is our partner in pursuit of the rebuild of the Altair Scatliff Primary School, we do have an MOU. There is a process in place. The design phase, we're seeking to get to the end of that phase so that we can move forward and get things going and ultimately get to the construction phase. But costings and approvals are being finalized, and very soon I am hopeful that we will be able to come to the public with the design and ultimately move towards construction later sometime this year. I want to reassure the public that the Altes Catliff Primary School will remain in its location. I know that we have gotten some concerns recently regarding the location, but rest assured, the school will be rebuilt in its location. And of course, by far, the edifice that will be built will really speak to our reimagined education system, which we speak about moving full steam ahead.
The people of Anegada who have been waiting for years to get their deeds to Crown lands owned to them are being told that the lands are, believe it or not going anywhere. Minister responsible for lands, the Honorable Julian Fraser's comments were recently made on a government-organized program, Virgin Islands Voices. Minister Fraser was asked when would the people of Anegada get the deeds to their lands. Fraser, among other things, said that he recently had an interesting meeting with some persons of the Anegada Lands Committee, and they were informed of what is taking place, including having a board.
We could only promise the folks that we're working as diligently as possible to get this matter resolved. And you seemingly have designated the Premier as God. You say I'm sitting next to God. So I don't want the folks in Anegada to believe that this matter is a laughing matter. It's by far everything else but a laughing matter. And they can say that they have heard this from every minister. I can promise them that this particular minister has delivered on promises when it came to Anegada land and its distribution. You could check the records. And if I tell you that we're going to solve your problem as quickly as we can, we're not going to solve all the problems. I've had folks in Anegada, the experience is wide and it's not published. But I've had folks who had come to me in 2000 and asked for land, briefcase in hand, documents showing that they're going to make developments. And if you go to that particular piece of land or those particular pieces of land, they are just moron. I'm not suggesting that this is what anyone wants to do with their land. I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm saying to you that the process is one that we must follow because we just got this new piece of legislation. And it is not something that, it's not a secret. We had a COI, a Commission of Inquiry, a few years ago, and Crown Lands came in for heavy scrutiny. This has everything to do with government's policy. The government of the Virgin Islands policy is to make land available to every citizen as long as it's available. And Anegadians are no exception.
Ms. CARLENE HERBERT has been appointed Supervisor of Elections effective March 10th. Ms. HERBERT joins the public service with more than 20 years of experience in governance, administration, and communications within the public sector. Deputy Governor of the Virgin Islands, Mr. David D. Archer Jr. welcomed Ms. HERBERT to the role, noting that the Office of the Supervisor of Elections carries out critical functions that oversee the maintenance of the territory's democratic foundations, the electoral process. The Deputy Governor said, and I quote, "I am proud to welcome Ms. CARLENE HERBERT to the role of Supervisor of Elections. Managing elections in the Virgin Islands is no small task, but I'm confident in Ms. HERBERT's ability to succeed in this important position. My office, the Public Service, and I are truly and fully committed to working alongside her as she fulfills this vital role in our community." Ms. HERBERT's academic achievements includes dual Associates of Science degrees in Business Administration, General Business Concentration, and Corporate and Trust Administration, both from the H. Lavie Stoutt Community College. She has also earned a Bachelor of Science in Communication from the University of Phoenix, as well as a Bachelor of Law, upper second-class honors from the University of Essex. Ms. HERBERT said she was grateful for the opportunity to serve, stating, and I quote, "I am truly honored and excited for this opportunity to serve my country in this role, and I am committed to ensuring the continued development and success of elections administration within the territory." Now, viewers, as Supervisor of Elections, Ms. HERBERT will ensure the effective and efficient management of the Office of the Supervisor of Elections, including the maintenance of the Register of Voters and other related elections administration duties. Ms. HERBERT assumes this role following the transition of former Supervisor of Elections, Ms. Sherry Griffin, to the Attorney General's chambers. Permanent Secretary, Ms. Charlene Dabio-Letson, MBE, said during her time, Ms. Griffin provided stellar leadership to the Office of the Supervisor of Elections. We are immensely grateful for her efforts and wish her the very best as she transitions onwards. Up next, we have much more coming up. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. What on there? You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
No, talk about power.
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Attention Anegada residents! Attention Anegada residents! CCT is coming to you! That's right! CCT will be visiting Anegada every third Wednesday of the month. Need to pay your bill? Sign up for a new service? Or have a customer service concern? CCT has got you covered! No need to leave the island. CCT is here to make staying connected easier than ever. Mark your calendars for every third Wednesday starting October 16th and visit us for all your CCT service needs. For more information, call us at 444-4444 or follow us on any of our social media pages. See you soon, Anegada!
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for sticking with us. Roadworks throughout the territory would be bumped up by the second and third quarters of this year. This, as Minister of Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai Reimer, announced that a lot of work is being done behind the scenes regarding the $100 million loan. During the first of the Virgin Islands Voice program by the government last Wednesday, Minister Reimer, who was away from the territory at the time, phoned into the program and stated that they are currently addressing the road infrastructure, starting with the main roads.
We started from Trellis Bay. We're heading throughout the territory. This includes Judgment Dyke, Anegada, and also Virgin Gorda. But you would see that we have the asphalt team. They're out working. They're doing some resurfacing. But that is just the one aspect of the road infrastructure. We also have quite a bit of tenders out there. And I know the Premier was quite gracious during the budget process. We were able to get some funding, and this derived from the $100 million loan. So, we're doing a comprehensive development of the territory, the roads. And, we're out there, like I mentioned today, we're even doing asphalt paving today. So you would see that the Paraquita Bay to the Hodges Creek Road, that is moving nicely. I mean, we had some delays, but we are now progressing. I think we have another paving coming up in the next week where we'll be doing another road closure. And those works are approximately about 65% complete. And the next phase would start on the 19th of April. A lot of is happening behind the scenes with the funds from the loan that I just mentioned, and a sizable chunk is for the road infrastructure, and I'm quite happy about that.
Minister Reimer said further that as the year turned and the budget funds became available, they engaged the teams at the Ministry of Public Works to do a comprehensive upgrade of the roads.
We'll see some areas like Woodboard to McNamara, that junction. We'll see the McNamara to the Whelan Road. We'll also do Porter Road, Russell Hill Road, Havers, Coxey, Johnson Gut, Nottingham Estate. We have some work in Upper Parentong. We'll be doing Lambert Road, Georges Hollow, Sabot Hill, Anegada, and I mentioned Judge Van Dyke and also Virgin Gorda. We also submitted, and I just want the public to know that, yes, we have the funds, and we just can't assign a company to go and do the roads. We have to get the engineering done. We have to go and do our assessment. We also have to, some of the projects would have to go through cabinet and go through that process. But what we have done is do engineering, design, and also supervision of the works. So the engineer would also work with whoever the company is to make sure that the road works are being carried out. And that actually takes some time. So I would say we will see a lot more happening maybe in the second to the third quarter of this year, based on all the areas that I've highlighted.
119 persons are now British Overseas Territory citizens following two ceremonies held at Government House on the 25th and 28th of March. During the ceremonies, the newly naturalized individuals heard congratulatory remarks from His Excellency, the Governor, Mr. Daniel Pruce, Premier of the Virgin Islands, the Honorable Dr. Natalia de Wheatley, and Registrar General, Mrs. Tasha O'Flaherty Maduro. During his remarks, Governor Pruce reminded the celebrants that naturalization is an enriching process from which the Virgin Islands gains. He expressed that the cultures and ways of intermingling thinking brings benefits that will reach the entire community. Governor Pruce said, and I quote, "The shared values in our community include respect and concern for others who are less fortunate, or simply those who are considered to be different. Perhaps when you first came here, you felt different yourself. But as the Bible reminds us, you shall love the stranger, for you were once strangers in the land." Premier and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Natalia de Wheatley, welcomed the individuals to the Virgin Islands family, stating, and I quote, "I enjoy coming to these ceremonies and seeing individuals who have contributed immensely to our society. I know the road here for many of you has been a long road, and to become here at this point must be deeply moving and special for you, as it is for me, to see you become a part of the family." The Premier also added, "This moment is more than just receiving papers. You are joining a family. Before, you may have had another home, and we are not telling you to give up the home you had before, but now you have two homes. You may have had a flag before, but now you have two flags, and we want you to be able to defend the Virgin Islands as if you have ancestors from here, dating back to the days of slavery." Registrar General Mrs. Tasha O'Flaherty Maduro said citizenship is far more than a legal formality, adding that it signifies your connecting to the Virgin Islands. She said, and I quote, "Citizenship represents your commitment to its values and your role in shaping its future. It represents a bond to a rich history, a diverse community, and a set of shared rights and responsibilities. Today," she said, "you become a part of that legacy, and we are proud to welcome you as fellow citizens." Naturalization is the process under the British Nationality Act 1981 that allows individuals who have met the criteria to become British Overseas Territory citizens. Up next, viewers, we have much more coming up. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble, me.
Ah, what's your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know, I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all so much for sticking with us. The British Virgin Islands came together this week to celebrate its athletes' return from the 52nd edition of the CARIFTA Games held in Trinidad and Tobago. The official welcome home celebration at the Terence B. Lidstone International Airport, hosted by the Ministry of Education, Youth Affairs and Sports. The event was an opportunity for the public to express their pride in the athletes' performances at the prestigious regional competition. This year's CARIFTA Games saw Team BVI shine in various track and field events, representing the territory with determination and skill. Here's a look at how things went down.
Today, we celebrate the remarkable achievements of our athletes who have represented the British Virgin Islands with pride and excellence at the CARIFTA Games in Trinidad. It is an honor to welcome each and every one of you home. I would like to extend congratulations to our athletes for their hard work, dedication, unwavering spirit. Your commitment to your sport and your determination to excel have not only brought home medals and personal bests, but have also inspired a nation. The joy and pride you have instilled in all of us cannot be overstated. To your coaches, families, and supporters, thank you for your relentless encouragement and belief in our athletes. Your support have been instrumental in their journey, and today we celebrate not just victories, but unity and strength of our community. As I stand here today, know that you are role models for the youth of the BVI. Your achievements are a testament to what can be accomplished with perseverance and teamwork. We look forward to seeing you continue to shine, not just in sports, but in your overall endeavors. Let us celebrate this moment together, and as we welcome our champions home, once again, congratulations to the Team BVI. Thank you.
Your accomplishment is well established, well appreciated. You made us all proud. And I'm going to try to keep with the protocol to keep my the ceremony short. I'm just going to say welcome home. Thanks for great achievements. Not only in track and field, I see you have a drum corps, chess. The British Virgin Islands are moving forward and we're moving in the right direction. Thank you very much, everyone.
I just want to say that we are so grateful for another successful CARIFTA Games. It's CARIFTA 52. BVI took 30 athletes strong. 27 of them are here with you today. 3 have returned to the United States where they are currently going to school. And we're really grateful that we could be here. Our association strides on really doing the things that we can to push development and growth in the area of track and field. And the CARIFTA Games is one of those premier events that allows us to do just that. It is the premier track and field event of the Caribbean, but if you ask the world will say it is the premier junior event of the world. The region brings out the greatest, the brightest, those that you're going to see on those Olympic and world stages moving on. And so we expect that amongst this group will be those who will also be on the world stage and that Olympic stage in time to come.
This was my second ever official tournament. And to say that I've been part of the first regional English-speaking tournament in the Caribbean, that's a big achievement. And there were over 123 different competitors from all over the region. And everybody brought their best. So Jamaica brought their best, Barbados brought their best, Trinidad, but everybody showed up. And participants range from ages 10 even up to 80. All different kind of people were playing. So for me, I went in with a mindset saying that I'm going to do my best. And I did that. I got some results. Hopefully, my goals were accomplished. And yeah, I look forward to going to more tournaments, pushing chess as a sport in the BVI.
It is a sport.
It
Come
is a
on.
sport.
You better talk it.
Yeah.
This is an intellectual sport, let me tell you,
Correct,
and it's
correct.
very competitive. Jordan is
All right, so today we come together not just to celebrate medals, but to celebrate moments of excellence, discipline, and national pride, all of which we can all attest to were on full display at CARIFTA 2025 in Trinidad. Of course, as stated, we had 30 athletes representing, and I want to say to each and every one of you, whether you got a personal best, whether you advanced to the final, or whether you made it to the podium, we are truly, truly proud of you. We know ultimately that by the results of CARIFTA, you prove that the BVI is not just showing up for showing up. We are here to compete. We are pushing, and we are ultimately rising ahead. As you know, athletes, in the world of athletics, every single performance is the result of years of unseen work. While many of us come and cheer you on in the stands, you know the early mornings, the late afternoons, the quiet moments of doubt, and the choice to keep on going in spite of all of that is why you are here today representing the Virgin Islands. I want to say to each and every one of you that once you put your foot on that track and you represented the Virgin Islands, we believed in you, but you showed us that we have to invest in you more, right? We have the athletes, we have the coaches, we have the officials. So there's so many levels to this, and we encourage persons to go ahead and support. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for welcoming home Team BVI. There's lots more work to do, but we will continue to do it.
The first thing I want to say is that you are extremely special. All of you. And I want to express my appreciation for you for putting that vigilante on your sleeve and putting it on your back and for representing these Virgin Islands. Don't take it for granted what your accomplishments mean to this growing nation. Sports, athletics, any endeavor where you represent the Virgin Islands helps to bring us all together. It unifies us for a single purpose. It unifies us in the advancement of our burgeoning nation. And it is extremely special. We appreciate what you have done and what you continue to do on behalf of all of us. And I have to say to you, it's touching, it's moving even to see how much it means to you to represent this territory. And I just want to say that the sky is the limit. Let us keep walking. Let us keep pushing. I'm committed to doing what I can. Of course, the minister is very persuasive and very determined. And of course, I'm committed to doing what we need to do to be able to advance. But it is a team effort. Let me just say that. All of us have to do our part, and we will get there. Let me just say to the BVI Chess Club, I would like to challenge probably the youngest one of you, whoever it is. If you have any 6-year-olds or 7-year-olds, I would like to challenge you to a game of chess. I love chess. Extremely proud of you. And again, to our CARIFTA athletes, to all you who had personal bests, who became record holders, and of course, Dre, Jekaila, who have won medals. We are extremely proud of you. God bless you. Keep up the good work.
Congratulations to all the athletes on a job well done. Viewers, that is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at tweet4media.com and on our WhatsApp channel, as well as to like us on Facebook at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Happy Thursday. Goodbye.